Soul music has given us many unforgettable voices. Some become superstars, some become household names, and some, despite their incredible talent, never received the recognition they truly deserve. Yet their voices still lives on. One of those voices belongs to a man with the power, emotion, and a timeless soul. A singer whose journey crossed some of the most important chapters in soul music history. From the Spinners to the Temptations, the centerpiece of today's video is all about GC Cameron. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born George Curtis Cameron on September 21st, 1945, he was 10 years old when his family decided to relocate to Detroit in 1955. Detroit was more than an industrial city. It was a city alive with music. For young Cameron, music quickly became more than something to enjoy. It eventually became a calling. Even at a young age, people noticed something special about his voice. His voice would connect deeply with listeners. That gift would eventually change his life. Like many great soul singers, Cameron developed his voice through constant practice and live performance. He studied great singers, learned stage presence, and refined his vocal style. His voice carried something unique. It had strength without losing sensitivity. He could sing powerful soul records, but also deliver tenderness and emotion. That versatility made him stand out, and it wasn't long before opportunity began knocking. The Camerons was a huge family. He had 9 siblings, but there was always room for more, since Philippe Wayne, Cameron's older cousin, grew up in that same house. Together, they ran the streets of Detroit, but they never formed a singing group together. One of the biggest turning points in Cameron's career came when he joined the Spinners. After a stint in the Marines that included service in Vietnam, Cameron was picked by the Spinners to replace Edgar Chico Edwards. He was chosen to become the group's new lead vocalist. At the time, the Spinners was working hard to establish themselves in a competitive music landscape. The group already had a strong talent, but Cameron's arrival brought something new. A powerful lead voice with confidence and emotional depth. His voice became central to an important era of the group. This would become a major chapter in his story. With Cameron on board, Motown producers was more interested in the Spinners, and big names like Stevie Wonder began composing and producing for them. Their first collaboration with Cameron was the 1969 reworking of the song In My Diary. And the things you do. Motown's lackluster approach towards the Spinners prevented what should have been a two-sided smash. When Harvey Fuqua and Gwen Gordy sold their Tri-Fi label to Motown, the Spinners moved into the basement. Eventually, Motown decided to release It's a Shame on June 6, 1970, and the song climbed to the pop charts, reaching number 14, before becoming the Spinners' biggest hit to date. With my emotions, it's a shame, the way you But the group was fed up with Motown's treatment, and their frustrations reached a climax when the follow-up song, We Have It Made, failed to match its predecessor. And we get it all the time, we have it made together. It was clear that Motown would never take them serious, so they decided to leave. Cameron, on the other hand, had fallen in love with Gwen Gordy, Berry Gordy's sister, and he decided to remain with Motown. Yet, he did not abandon the Spinners. He put his cousin, Philippe Wayne, in place. Philippe lasted for 5 years, and he was equally responsible as producer, arranger, and composer. With the Spinners having Philippe Wayne and leaving Motown, they actually became a huge big group. But Cameron, he was unconcerned. Motown was going to make him a star, or so we all believe. At this time, signing a solo deal with Motown meant joining musical royalty. For Cameron, it was both exciting and risky. He was leaving a rising group for a solo path, a bold move that would shape the rest of his career. As a solo artist, Cameron showcased even more of his talent. Without group harmonies around him, the spotlight was fully focused on his voice. His recordings highlighted his vocal power and emotional range. Whether singing ballads or upbeat soul tracks, his authenticity stood out. The label signed him to his Mo West label for a series of singles that basically went nowhere. Act Like a Shotgun, and What It Is, What It Is.
What it is, what it is, what it is. Somebody tell me.
Going for broke, they attempted a duet with Willie Hutch titled Come Get This Thing, but it was shelved in favor for Cameron's Don't Want to Play Pajama Games that was written and produced by Smokey Robinson, in which Cameron imitates Robinson to perfection. As uncertainty grew, the Spinners with Win was receiving unpropelled runs of top 10 songs and best-selling albums. But Cameron, he couldn't crack the charts. He was again transferred to the Motown label for his subsequent singles, including No Matter Where, and Let Me Down Easy.
And your loving arms get a little colder day by day.
None of which sold well. His debut solo album, Love Songs and Other Tragedies, was released in 1974, and his second album was also released in 1976. Popular songs around this time was If You Ever Gonna Love Me, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday, Dream Lady,
until one day you pass by.
and You're What's Missing in My Life. Which was also the title of his third album. In 1977, Motown released GC and Sarita's album, Rich Love, Poor Love, and the album had one hit song from it, Let's Make a Deal. 2 years later, Sarita collaborated with Billy Preston on With You I'm Born Again, where she had much success. Cameron quit the company after his relationship with Sarita ended and his personal relationship with Gwen Gordy soured. From 1977, Cameron recorded for a variety of small labels. Cameron has stated that he has yet to receive any royalty checks for what he has done in the music industry. When John Edwards suffered a stroke in 2000, Cameron, he returned to the Spinners to replace him until he left them in 2003 to join the Temptations. In the Temptations, he replaced Barrington Bo Henderson. He was one of the voices on that album Reflections. He also sang lead on the song How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, which was nominated for a Grammy in 2007.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like sugar.
That same year, in June, he left the Temptations to focus on his group, the GC Cameron Review, and also his solo career. He currently owns Dagger Jack, a production and recording firm, and he is also working on a memoir about his life. He broke connections with the majority of his music industry associates, and he migrated to Midville, Mississippi. Cameron is one of few musicians who have been part of such legendary groups, as he was a member of the Spinners and the Temptations. This brings us to an important question. Why isn't GC Cameron mentioned more often? Why such an incredible voice feels so underrated? The truth is, the music industry can be unfair. Talent alone doesn't guarantee superstardom. Timing matters, promotion matters, and of course, the business, it matters. Sometimes extraordinary artists simply don't receive the recognition they deserve. Cameron became one of soul music's most underrated legends, respected by true music lovers, yet overlooked by the mainstream history. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by GC Cameron? While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.